1920s in South Africa, two political rivals both came up with a rather tasty treat. Today on James Will Kitchen, I'm going to show you how to make General Smuts biscuits. Now, they're not really a biscuit in a traditional sense. They are a pie crust with a filling and a topping, and these are absolutely delicious. And traditionally, they use apricot jam. For this recipe, you're going to need approximately 15 tart shells, and again, I'm using frozen, and we'll talk about that in a moment. Approximately 1/3 of a cup of butter, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, 1/3 of a cup of flour, 2 eggs very lightly beaten, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, about 1/4 cup of coconut, and a little milk, and of course, apricot jam. Now, I did get a question from someone asking me why I was using frozen tart shells, and I'll tell you why. Really, it's when I'm doing a lot of baking, especially around Christmas time, it's so much easier to go and get them pre-made and frozen than it is to make them. However, you can make a very, very simple pastry recipe like this one with 1/2 pound of butter, 3 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar, and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. Rub that all together, then add 2 beaten eggs, a pinch of salt, and some milk, just to make quite a stiff dough, and then you can put it into your tart shells. I just find this a lot easier and a lot quicker, especially when you're baking in bulk or trying to get something done in a hurry. These are fantastic and they taste really good. Now, to put this together, it really is quite simple. What you're going to do is you're going to start off by putting some apricot jam into each of your tart shells and preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So a good generous helping into each of your tart shells, and now we're quickly going to put together the topping. And really this part is quite easy. We're going to start off in a bowl with our sugar and our butter. And we're just going to cream that together a little bit. And when it's just started to come together, we're going to toss in our flour and our baking powder. And continue mixing that until a sort of loose dough is formed. And we're going to add in our coconuts and our egg. And we're going to mix that really well. And as you can see, it's going to start smoothing out into quite a nice soft texture. We're just going to add a little touch of milk. It doesn't have to be a lot, and that's why I didn't put a measurement on. You just want a splash of milk in there, and then give it another good mix. And once our batters come together nicely and smoothly, we're just going to very simply spoon some evenly across all of the top of our tarts. And once your topping is evenly distributed, you're going to pop that into your 350 degree Fahrenheit oven for 15 to 20 minutes until the edges just start to brown and go golden. And of course, as always, this is my favorite part. I love to taste these. These really do remind me of home and mum. These are something that we often had at home, and so I'm really excited to try some. If you love the flavor of apricot, this is the best thing out there. That jam is just the perfect mix. That little sweet, bordering on crunchy, but very light topping, and the pastry is just perfect with it. Wow. You have to try these. And if you do, I'd love to hear from you in the comment section how these turned out for you. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and remember to turn on notifications so that you know when my next video drops. Remember too that you can follow me on all of my social media, and those links are below in the comment section as well. If you would like to see some of my other treats and snacks recipes, you can hit on this playlist right here. And if you're preparing for Christmas, you can click on this playlist right here. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, happy eating.